Hello, survivors! It's your host, Get Good Fox, and wouldn't you believe it, it's time for some more Lethal Zone in State of Decay. Gonna be playing as, Robert, yeah, Robert. We're gonna be playing as Robert for the first time in a little while, and that's because we have been switching our leaders around. I still have my guest over, so I'm not going to be really doing too much in the way of editing videos, because it's just, it's hard to do everything all at once. But once we get done with that, then, we'll be getting things back online. Haven't been any streams going on either. I might try to sneak one in periodically, but until, basically I'm kind of on vacation right now. Not on a complete vacation, but sort of on vacation. Anyways, wait, crouch. Let's see what the situation is. We've got 6 manpower, and that means we can start building again. So this is building, so let's see. This is maxed out. That's maxed out. This cannot be upgraded. This is maxed out. That's maxed out. This is maxed out, maxed out, maxed out. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and build the sniper tower here. And the last thing we're going to build here is... Oh, yeah, that's right. We're going to build the infirmary here. We're going to set up the monster combo. I don't know if the monster combo is going to be ready in this episode, but we're going to be building it. We're going to be constructing at best speeds. Anyways, in the meantime, we might as well begin excavating the cargo. And let me see how this vehicle's looking. Looks like it needs a little bit of a refuel. Not a problem. No problem at all. Grab this. Wait, no. I said, there we go. Get this filled back up. We can wait a little while. We can eke a little bit of fuel. Oh my gosh. Okay, fine. What I'll do is I'll drive it forward a little bit. Actually, I'll just go to the location. That's all there is to it. So every now and then people will ask me what my favorite difficulty is. And, it's hard for me. It's a challenging question because I do like Lethal Zone, but there are some things I don't like about Lethal Zone. And after thinking about it for a long time, what is my least favorite thing about the Lethal Zone? And I would say it's probably the sound mechanics. I could probably narrow it down a little further than that. But in particular, I don't like how loud everything is. And the reason that that's a problem for me is it basically just makes the game extremely one-dimensional. The entire game basically revolves around not making any noise at all. And there's a few things that I feel like, why do they really need to be... What's my sword play? Okay. Let me see if I can just shot. Nope. So there we go, right there. We had a screaming zombie. The belongings of Rummy were lost, but were in my locker. Who is Rummy? Did I lose somebody? I swear that. Why is that like a new update 29 thing? Because we are in update 29. Who is Rummy? Rummy's not a member of my community.
I take out the nearest plague heart?
I don't even know who Rummy is. So, yeah, this is a good example. It's happening right now. Things I don't like about Lethal Zone are the sound mechanics. And in particular, I don't like the sound of guns, and I don't like the sound of screaming zombies. Guns are annoyingly loud, even with silencers, and you might say, well, isn't that the point? Well, the problem is that it makes guns kind of useless. Not entirely useless. Guns have use, but for the most part, they're not very good. And in a game where there's just guns everywhere, that's a really big part of things, it just feels bad not being able to really use any guns very effectively. Okay. There we go. Anyone else? So yeah, anyways. Oh my god. More of them making noise. Always noise. Okay, are we done? Thank you. But yeah, that's one thing I don't like. Because personally, I do enjoy using guns, but on Lethal Zone, they're just so unprofitable. And I think that is a problem with... Wait, what am I doing? I'm supposed to be looting the plague guard. I feel like that is a problem with the game's balance, to be completely honest. I think that's just... Let me get this. I'm going to use the repair kit. just to polish up the vehicle. And like, I think it's a bad balance to the game, and that's because it basically just cuts off a big portion of the game's content, which is guns. Like, how many guns are in the game? There's so many of them, and as the difficulty goes up, guns become increasingly less useful. They become more of a burden because you need parts to repair them, you need ammo, and the ammo is very expensive as the difficulty goes up. And overall, like, that's why my strategies have revolved so heavily around just not using guns in the first place, because it just doesn't feel good. Like, I feel really bad when I shoot guns. I'm like, man, like, what a massive waste of resources. Like, that's basically just how I feel when I begin opening fire. And it's just something that I don't like about the game. I wish they had a different way to represent the difficulty in that regard. Because in the end, all it means is that by making guns less useful in terms of the sound they make, even with a silencer, how expensive it is to maintain them, it just means that you just don't use guns. You just start reversing into things because it's just so bad to use guns. Like, they're just that bad. Like, it's just bad. There's no other bad. That's just the perfect word. You know, like, no reason to beat around the bush. They're just bad. Now, I mean, like, there are times where guns can be useful, but like, for the most part, like, you can. I mean, do I struggle with the game for not using guns? Like, would anyone say that, wow, Get Good Fox sure is getting his butt blasted because he's not using guns? I don't think anyone would say that because, well, they stink. They're just not good. And it's not to say ranged weapons are bad. Crossbows are great, but that's because you never need to repair them and you're able to recover the crossbow bolts. We might be able to fully loot this location. It depends on it. What I was checking for is to see if a rucksack was likely to drop, and it looks like the answer is no. So that's something that I don't like about Lethal Zone. Like, it's something I like about Standard Zone is just being able to use guns kind of whenever I want. Because, you know, like, I do like guns. You know, I don't dislike them. The only reason I dislike guns, it has nothing to do with shooting guns, and it has everything to do with the fact that they're just really bad on Lethal Zone. But if I play on Standard Zone, I use guns all the time. Like, I enjoy using them in that case. But the other thing I don't like I said, it very much relates to sound, is screaming zombies. Probably the most annoying thing is screaming zombies because they just cause areas to take way longer to clear because a zombie screams. There aren't a lot of solutions to it. Like, the only solution to screaming zombies is just to not allow them to scream at all. And that means, like, completely changing your gameplay style just to accommodate this one problem. And the problem being that zombies scream. And how would you accommodate that? Well, one thing you could do is basically... let me just go ahead and cure this while I'm here. Might as well. It's only one plague sample after all. Infection therapy. Let's go ahead and upgrade this. I don't think there's anything else to upgrade. Yeah, this is just side grades. Also, we can get this going. Watch training videos, because we do have some characters that are not maxed out. Let's also take a look at... we're going to be able to install 2 mods. That's pretty handy. I don't know. Put in the filling station? Put in... oh, we're out of manpower. Okay, never mind. Okay, in we go. Let's choose another location. What's this? Make your own gear? Craft what? Craft 3 times from your workshop? Is that just the quest we're going to do? That's an easy one. Like, we can just do this. The cheapest thing I can make are these firecrackers.
This is coming along. Great work, everyone. We've built a home strong enough to survive the blood plague threat.
Sure. Whatever you say, bro. You need medicine. Let's actually get this and deliver it. Anyways, the point is that, like, because you can't really... okay, it's not true. You can play around screaming zombies, but it requires you to, like, reorient your entire gameplay strategies around just basically never being seen. Because a zombie can see you, and the moment it sees you, it could just choose to scream. So the whole idea would be to just never be seen by zombies, never fight zombies, and that's not fun. It's not fun. It's like a very one-dimensional method of gameplay. It's not fun, and while that would protect you against screaming zombies, it's just so annoying. And if you don't, then you're just gonna have to deal with it. The other strategy is just to deal with screaming zombies, and they're not fun because because you, as I said, the only way to stop a zombie from screaming would be to just never be seen in the first place. They just cause areas to take so long to loot because you can be looting. There's one, you kill like 3 of the 4 zombies, the last one screams, and then just a huge wave of them, like 7 to 10 of them wind up showing up. And a lot of times it's just not worth it now. And it's just really tedious. It's really annoying. Like, you might find a location and it's got like 1 zombie there, so you get out, you go to loot it, it screams, and so you made a good tactical analysis. Like, you were basically like, there's only 1 zombie here, so I should probably loot this location, but then the zombie screams, and it just immediately, and like I said, there's just nothing you can do except always be in stealth at all times, or just never fight any zombies, ever run away from every zombie, and it's boring. It's not fun. It's just a really frustrating mechanic, and so those are 2 things that I really just don't like about Lethal Zone, and I do think that they just drastically make the game worse.
You might be okay after all. Catch you later.
Okay, so, lending a hand, labor bonus. That's not the
you're
best,
not
I admit. Hygiene, I kind of want
A
you.
friendly face.
Communities at maximum
Let's
size.
see what we can do.
Why not?
I'm going to kick somebody out, and we are going to get that person in. I kind of want that bonus, actually. What are we doing? Something installed. Okay, we have 4 manpower. Let's start installing more stuff. Comfy chair in here. Let's get the healinator in here. That doesn't have a thing. Let's get this going. Or do I want that going? I might not want that. What can we put in here? Nothing? Nothing fits in here? Yeah, all of those are very specific. Whatever. We'll figure out when the time comes. Now, on the other hand, so what are things that annoy other people that, like, honestly, like, yeah, they may be a hardship, but I'm not opposed to hardship. That's one of the things I want to point out. So, like, a lot of people, they don't like triple blood ferals. They're a form of hardship that I have found ways to work around it. Like, if I can use the pyro launcher, and if I can't use the pyro launcher, I have other ways to work around it. I can use spike vehicle, and I can just run away from them. I can use fuel bombs to burn them and then flee. You know, there's ways to where, you know, although blood ferals, sure, they are dangerous. They can be a frustration. They are a hardship that, like, has multiple, that's the point. There's multiple strategies for dealing with them. They're not like screaming zombies where it's just like, don't be seen. Since, like, you know, you can't really counteract them otherwise. So that's something I can deal with. Another one, blood plague bloaters. Well, you've seen I have run over blood plague bloaters multiple times. I've never been killed by them. Now, I've gotten into some nasty situations because of them. But I've always gotten out in time. Like, I've never died due to blood plague. So some of it is just reaction time. Like, sure, yeah, it's harsh, but harshness is expected. But, you know, also, I don't run into blood plague bloaters that frequently either. I've learned how to cope with them. So even them, I don't consider them a big issue. They're not something that I think is, I don't think they're a problem. You know, I'm perfectly fine. I wouldn't change anything about it. I'll put it that way. Acting. What about this guy? He has no skill. I don't think there's a single skill I'd want to teach anybody. Let me see what we got. Pathology, I want that. Agriculture, we might not actually need agriculture. We might actually kick her out. Pharmacology, I definitely want that. Surgery, I do want that. Acting, maybe. I like influence. Munitions, I do need that because I need C4. Electronics, needed for C4. Auto mechanics, also useful, definitely because we need to repair our vehicles. So we're going to kick you out, actually. So you're going to contribute all of your resources. What about hostile humans? That's another hardship that people have, and they're like, you know, it's really annoying. But the thing about hostile humans is that you for the most part, you don't have to fight them. Where is the... Okay, it's over here. You can just ignore them for the most part. They're really not that big of a deal. I mean, yeah, sure, they can be super dangerous if you're just duking it out with them. But for the most part, you don't need to go out of your way to take those guys out. So we're going to kick you out. And then we're going to get hygiene.
Hey, how's it going?
Exile.
I'm sure there's
And,
something for you, but this ain't it.
Yeah, I think those are it. Like, I think those are the pain points. You know, there's other things like sure, like having half of the buildings looted is annoying, but like I've never needed to refresh the map in order to get all the resources I've needed. I've never needed to duplicate items. I've never needed to do anything like that. Actually, I'm not going to let you like score me a community death. Let me reset the game real fast. And we're back. Now, I always know inevitably what people are going to say is like, oh, you just want the game to be easier. I don't think that screaming zombies would make the game easier in a relevant way. It would just make the game more enjoyable. Because, let me put it this way, screaming zombies are not, they're not the thing that makes Lethal Zone hard. What makes Lethal Zone hard is the fact that the enemies do a lot of damage and you get Blood Plague very quickly and very easily. And like the enemies just like beat your face in. That's what makes Lethal Zone hard. Like Lethal Zone is hard because it's just humongous damage and lots of enemies. So if you're like me and you already know how to avoid enemies, you do this, then the screaming zombies, they're not making the game harder. They're just making it more aggravating. The screaming zombies aren't going to kill me. They're just making it so that, oh, now I gotta fight like 50 zombies instead of like 4 at this base. And like I said, that's not harder. That's just more tedious. And like, I think that's one of the things that really annoys me. And same with guns. I don't think being able to use guns would necessarily make Lethal Zone easier. It would just make it funner. And those are some of the things that I think would make, they basically prevent me from just immediately declaring Lethal Zone to be my favorite difficulty, because I will talk about the things I like about Lethal Zone.
Hey, you're not dead.
Maybe I'll say that for the next episode, but wait.
Stay safe, my friend.
They gave it to the snack scavengers. That's what happened. That is so annoying. I actually want that character. She has hygiene, but I don't want to pay 750 influence for her. That is so annoying. I am officially annoyed. Fight Club, I want Fight Club. Fight Club is good because of the 20 health. I guess let's go see what these guys have to offer. Because like lending a hand is not that important. Like I don't really need oh, interesting. Let's return to base first, and let me see if I have any more building materials in reserve. If I don't, then wow, we actually need building materials. I mean, it wouldn't surprise me, considering this is the largest base in the region, and therefore it requires the greatest demand of building materials. But yeah, apparently I can't get to level 3. I would like to get it building in preparation of the next episode, at least. But otherwise, yeah, that's what that looks like a bloater. So once again, that's knowing what a bloater looks like and not driving through it, or not even driving close to it for it to even have the chance to self-destruct on me. And we're going to make it through. Oh, and then I can locate the bloater, but I can't locate this stupid vehicle that I bumped right into. Over here. Oh, so you might be interested in what I did on my on the vacation. Like I said, my friend came down, so I've been on a vacation. She came down. We went to Disney World. We've been 2 days at Disney World so far. Day 1, we went to a place called Disney Springs. This is the renamed location of downtown Disney, which is basically like a commercial district, or a commercial center, like lots of shops and stuff there. Let's just take some of these guys out. Now, when you have a maxed out swordplay, a really good idea is just to spam these standing executions. Okay, there's some building materials. Let me see if we can just file some of this away. We are really over on food. That is pretty crazy. We do have room for bullets. Let's put that in. Let's go check out the...
Anybody ever read that book about Eagle Eye?
Oh, God, we got Eagle Eye. I don't get Eagle Eye that frequently.
He grew up around here, and I bet someone with his skills is still alive. We should try to find him.
But yeah, so I went to Disney Springs. I did buy something there. Like, we went to dinner. Oh, perfect. Oh, it's good. Okay, let's see what our max is. 35. Okay, let's just get this up to 35 then. 1, 2, 3. That gets us up to 32. Now we can start building. Put 2 more in. gets us up to 17, so that's perfectly fine. And now that'll fully upgrade the base, unless I decide to tear down the staging room. But I don't really have anything that I would like to put in place of the staging room, because what's nice about the staging room is it does prevent me from needing to counteract the building materials through outposts. And I can't think of a relevant facility that I would build in its place. Okay, let's go ahead and get a fuel tank in here. Nice. Okay, so now what we're gonna do is check out these gal. Yeah, we'll do it. At nighttime is the time I like to do these kinds of miscellaneous tasks. So let's head on over there. Oh yeah, so I was gonna tell you. So we went to Disney Springs. Like I said, it was originally known as Disney Downtown. Now it's known as Disney Springs. I don't know why they changed the name, but they did. And it's basically an area with lots of restaurants and shops. A lot of them obviously Disney themed, but some of them not necessarily Disney themed, but have more Disney products there. We went to eat at dinner at a restaurant called the Edison, and I believe it's named after Thomas Edison, the inventor. And it was basically like a steampunk kind of like, you know, rusted copper clockwork thing. If you're in the Discord, you already know. I actually posted all of the pictures in the Discord, so if you want to see pictures of the trip, because I had a burger, she had, I can't remember what she. I know I had a burger, and I had basically it's called the Edison. It's their signature burger, basically a bacon cheddar burger, bacon cheddar steak burger. Of course, naturally, I had the meat cooked rare, because you know, like, gotta have the refined palate for like the lightest cooked meat possible. It was amazing though. The meat of the burger literally just disintegrated in your mouth. Like, it was really, really good. It didn't, you know, I didn't have like, you know, I know some people are afraid to eat rare meat. It didn't affect me at all. I had no gastrointestinal distress or anything. But it was really good. It was nice. Overall, we went through a bunch of shops, though, and I checked out a new clothing brand that I had recently discovered called Uniqlo, because some of my clothes had gotten a little worn down, and I'm like, you know what? I'm going to change brands, because I typically wear Fox Racing, which is like, you know, because it's got a fox on it. The problem is that while I do like Fox clothing, some of their outfits are... They have really wild, riotous colors, and I tend to like solid colors. And that's not really what Fox Racing specializes in. The other thing is everyone started thinking I was really into motocross, because, like, you know, the stuff you wear signals something about you. And I'm like, you know what? I'm not into motocross, and I don't want people to think I'm into motocross, so, like...
Let's see what we can do.
Yeah, sure.
They're not selling... Well, I'll buy this. Fuel's always nice. Let me see what the other character has.
Hey, you, what's up?
Cooking. Okay, I'm just going to shut these guys down.
You like what you got, amigo?
Let me see. Do any of them have a gun? You have, like... a sword. Neither of you have a gun. Wait, yeah, you have a pistol. Okay, I want him. He's got a melee weapon and on top of that he has a blunt weapon. A blunt weapon is probably going to scrap for more, so let's recruit you.
Your friends, not so much.
I'm going to enlist you.
Looking to change.
And let's go ahead and bring this character back to base. So, anyways, yeah, as I was saying, I went to this shop called Uniqlo, and I had heard about them, and I'm like, since they had a Uniqlo store there, I was like, why don't I just I'll buy one shirt as a demo. So I got like a nice long sleeve shirt. They didn't have the color I wanted. I wanted either white, extreme. I was looking for something light colored. So I was like, I don't really want white, pure white. I was in the mood for either a very pale gray, like, you know, it almost looks like white, but it's actually a pale gray, or maybe like a cream colored, you know, kind of like almost like a milk colored, you know, like milk with just like a hint of like tan to it. So something not quite, because I don't like pure white. I mean, that's not true. I do like it. It just depends. I wasn't in the mood for pure white. So they did have those colors, but they weren't like currently in stock. But I just wanted a shirt as a demo to see like if I like the fit, because if I like the fit, then I'll buy more. So I settled for a navy, because I didn't want black either. So I settled for navy blue, because navy blue appears black at a distance. I'm getting a story.
The whole neighborhood got in on it, but I was really serious. This one time, I actually cut my neighbor's extension cord so people would pay more attention to our place. It's okay, he was a dick.
Whatever. It's not important. Anyways, Okay, so I was actually looking for a bloater spawn. That's why I bumped into that telephone pole. Anytime a screamer goes off, I'm always worried of a bloater popping in front of me. It's like I've heard that Undead Labs tried to do some things to prevent that from happening, but like that doesn't mean that I trust it. You know, there's always a possibility for error, and there's always a possibility for like anomalous things to happen. So, okay, that's the bloater we missed last time. But yeah, so I bought the shirt. I haven't tried it on yet, but I gave it a shot. Oh, I know one thing that she got for dessert. She got a bread pudding from a Irish restaurant for dessert. So that was, you know, it was nice overall. And then day 2, we went to Disney World proper. This would be the actual park, not the trade district. But we went to the Magic Kingdom. The Magic Kingdom is basically, when you think of Disney, typically you're thinking of the Magic Kingdom. That's like where, you know, Thunder Mountain, Splash Mountain, Space, you know, all the mountains, etc. That's where all of those are located, as well as all of, you know, like the rides that are inspired by the shows and whatnot. Okay, we can dismiss you. Oh, ironic. This person's name's Aiden. That's the name of the main character in, what do you call it? Wow, you have a lot of, okay, so chemical engineer, love going to the movies, slump shoulder, my backpack always ends up hanging at a weird angle on me, okay, and then he has hates trespassers. I'm guessing this is, I'm guessing that's what he gained from that little, like, story that he told us, but I have no intention of using this guy anyway. So his equipment included a wooden bat, which, like, it's worth 45, and I'm very certain the wooden bat would scrap for more than that machete-looking tool the other character had. But look at this, a Tassie Devil. Tassie Devil scraps for 75. That's without all of the bonuses we can add. And then on top of that, 2 bottles of stimulant. So that's all fantastic. So we'll accept whatever these contributions. And can I... doesn't look like I can take anything extra. I'm going to go ahead and have Robert kick this guy to the curb. Because why not?
Talk to you about something. Can you send a rep?
New
We're
infestation.
looking for building materials. We can help you out with that. Come over and chat, will you?
I'm not looking for building materials. I mean, like, I could use a few, but I'm not like dying for them or anything.
Pack your shit and get out.
You're kicking me out just like that? Right now?
At least that would fit in. That one was actually accurate to what had happened. I like it when they're accurate. Okay, I'm not going to let them kill this guy and have him counted against us, so I'm going to restart the game. Okay, I reloaded, and we're immediately triggering a zombie siege. I was originally going to go get a plague guard done or something, but I guess I'm not going to do that. Let me get you equipped with this, and I'm going to switch to somebody else, probably. Probably you. Actually, no. I'll continue on with you. I originally didn't want to do that, specifically because... So this is a maximum difficulty siege. As you can see, it's 3 minutes long. I originally didn't want to do that specifically because I want another person using a 50 caliber. That would be nice at least. We'll see though. Should be fine. Also, give me a cure, just in case something really silly happens. Basically, like, by me controlling this character, we have one less 50 caliber sniper.
Whoa! Check out the freaky juggernaut.
BFG is just going right through him. Very good.
Oh, that didn't take long.
So now the maximum level sieges are... I mean, well, we probably could have handled maximum level sieges earlier, but like I said, I'm just trying to play it safe. Like, just because I am good at Lethal Zone does not mean that I take Lethal Zone for granted. Let me tell you that. And when people think I'm being really silly and highly aggressive in Lethal Zone, I'm really not. I mean, I kind of am, but I'm also, like, it's a calculated risk. Like, I know what I can get away with, for the most part. Well, if that's the case, I might as well do this as well. I mean, what's the harm in just activating all these things? So we just activated the level 3. Let's also get this going. Actually, let's just do this. Like, let's have a movie night. Movie night is going to greatly increase our morale. And by increasing our morale, we'll be able to make everything run smoother as well. We also don't care about gaining standing anymore. Like, we are absolutely at capped standing for, like, in terms of game difficulty. Here is our big, mighty sniper tower. I'll talk more about, like, Disney World in the next episode, like what we did in the Magic Kingdom. Wow, our guys are just mowing them down. Like, I'll give it to them. Like, they are tearing them up right now. I mean, I also have the option to engage Sniper Tower if I need to. Sniper support from the actual building that you construct is very efficient. It's only 50. It's 50 influence, and the time has been reduced from 10 minutes to 7. You can get it down to like 5 minutes if we have even more radio cooldowns.
Guess we get to see tomorrow.
Nice, and we got 290 influence. That's due to bonuses that we have. So, like, that's like just an extra, basically an extra 90 influence for free, just because of all the bonuses we're stacking up. It's really, really, really nice. So we're going to be able to get more building materials. You don't get them that quickly, to be honest. Like, this is 3 building materials. But, oh, we got our foam. This is leveled up, so we can actually put in, I'll put in the pill press here. I was thinking about putting the sanitization machine in, but we'll probably be okay. I don't think anything is going to go into those. This is all... Yeah, nothing that can go into here. Yeah, I think we're good overall. Anyways, that is probably going to be the end of today's episode. You know, we did pretty good. We just weathered the siege. I believe that means this base, I don't think it's relevant anymore for the noise in the base. I think we could just have the base run at the maximum. In fact, we can even get, like, the maximum siege experience, considering that this one here, the large load of materials, is supposed to make an even bigger siege. You know, we'll see what that means on Lethal Zone. But anyways, yeah. I'll talk a little bit more about the Disney trip in the next episode. And until next time, like the video if it was entertaining, subscribe for future State of K2 content. And of course, remember that you don't have to be good to get good.